Guys, welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean 2. Last time we arrived at the port of Clik. We also did a whole bunch of pickpocketing, and we advanced the plot to the point where we're now on a tour with Kettle, or however you pronounce the little kid's name. He's got blue hair. And we got some sour syrup. Don't worry, I won't be leaving the mischief on for the entire game. I'm really doing it early on just to fill out some items that we don't normally have and to get a couple of specific items. But yeah, we take him back home and he, I guess, gets in trouble for giving us a tour. Yeah, let's introduce ourselves so it doesn't seem weird that the little kid is traveling around with a bunch of adults. And Rena, who's 17. Giving a tour to these people. I suppose you were planning to kidnap... No. Why would you assume that? What other reason would you have to be with my son? So either you think your son's that unlikable that no one would be with him, or you're so conceited in your own little world that you think the only reason why these lower people would be around someone who's got more money would be so that they could get more money out of you. At least that's the way I see it. I don't know. Yeah, I think you've got some issues there. Everything is ready for your trip, so you got a maid and a servant with that tiny house. And you're going to leave. Without your son. Acting in such an irresponsible manner. Bite me! Oh well. And we got pet food. Seems like his life is not really the way he wants it, the little kid there. Anyway, you don't get any additional dialogue for going into any of the houses or anything like that. What the hell was that? Did you feel an earthquake? Again, earthquake. Well, apparently he didn't feel it. Pretend not to know. Can I tell you something? The Fountain Plaza is where anyone can be, and the restaurants and clothing stores and lots of other stores too. Really? Okay, sure. I showed you something, so now you have to take me somewhere. You showed me one place. The other scene was because I dragged you back to your house. Anyway, yeah, he wants us to take him down here so that we can talk to the kids. I don't think there's any other lines if you go in any of the buildings or anything like that, and there isn't one for going all the way up to the lookout there. But we do get a little cutscene here. Yeah, why don't you play with him? I don't want to play with a rich kid. Didn't they have the movie Richie Rich where they basically, it's like, I don't want to, except he's got all this cool stuff, now I kind of do. I don't know, I can't remember that film, but I remember watching that as a kid. But Ma told me don't play with rich. Okay, so it's prejudiced parents. Joy. That's what your mother said. Sounds about right. Rena's got this all figured out. Your kids, go play. Good enough. It's only when you guys become adults that you have to deal with all the political BS and class and all that stuff. As kids, you just play. That's it. Do you really want to play with us? Yes. Well, okay. You know what? I kind of wanted to play with you anyway. Okay. Sure. Off you go now. I think we'll figure out where we're going. We're leaving on a ship. I was about to say journey. Now they get to play. Awesome. Now, one of the ways we get to make money back after spending all that money on the bandits' gloves so early in the game is to get the mischief and get all the items that comes with. The other way, if they'll stop talking, is to make sure you save ahead of time and try and steal from Kettle, which of course isn't going to work. One sec. Okay, there we go. Eventually you'll be able to steal bandits' gloves from him, and while they don't sell for 40,000, I think they sell for 10 or 15, so you make a bunch of that money back right off the bat. You can get another one of those Ishi, whatever, the good tea that I was talking about that we got a couple of episodes back. Where are you? This one. If you steal from the dude down here that we were talking to. You probably want to go, I think you can go outside. Go outside and make a backup save at this point, and then come back and talk to this guy. I'm going to do the same. Okay, we're back. Once you've made a backup save, let's talk to this guy. Still some cargo to be loaded. I suggest you check your baggage and make any last minute purchases. Now I think for this we just have to walk up here. And that's it. There we go. Another little earthquake, huh? Oh, there's another one. That music does not sound good. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I'd run for the hills at this point. The shaking screen's kind of hard to look at. Oh, gives me a headache. Other than the opening cinematic, this is the first real cutscene we've gotten to see. At least they balanced the audio better than my last LP. Even if it does sound like we're hearing the sound, you know, with a whole ton of echo. Yeah. There goes that town. It's kind of dead now. Wow. It's a lot of death. Glad to see you survived. All of lads are gone except him. Wow. I don't know how these guys survived when they were on the port. Probably the part of the city that would have been hit first and hardest. What do you plan to do now? No, ship. There's nothing I can do. There's still a way to make it to the continent of El. And how is that? Best give you back your passport. I don't know why he was holding on to it, but okay. I guess it's a good thing he survived, since otherwise we wouldn't have a passport anymore. But yeah, that's kind of devastating. And head over to Lacquer. Then you can need permission from the King of Lacquer. You should be able to go over to El. Apparently, just because the continent is closer to the other port, that means it doesn't sail all the way over there. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but oh well. It's a long way around, but take your time. You'll need to head to the port of Hurley, which we talked to somebody earlier in the game who would have said that, but anyway, that's our plan now, was we got to head back to Hurley. But you should stop off at the village of Mars on the way to get ready for your journey. And he's right, so we do want to head to Mars first. There's both plot and item reasons why we want to go back there. Anyway, now that all of the people are here... Oh. Now what? It's a much bigger town than we originally saw, isn't it? The earthquake took out a lot. The tsunami took out everything else. Wow. And that's it. The entire town is gone. The only people who survived are the people who are here. Any of the shops are unavailable. Any of the people, any of the pickpocketing is unavailable. I found one, but oh wow, that's dark. Damn. This game got dark quickly. And for the most part, it's a much more light-hearted game than a lot of the ones I've LP'd. It reminds me a lot of Grandia 2 in terms of its kind of the feel and the atmosphere around the game. Except I think Grandia 2 did the comedy better than this game, but... And with that, the one other point to mention, we could talk to everybody, I guess. Clik is done for. Everything's gone. Why did this have to happen? All the shop owners still seem to be here. But yeah, now that everyone's here, we can re-pickpocket from pretty much everybody. Now they're guessing that it could be the events of the Sorcery Globe. So you can steal the tea from him, and you can steal another pair of bandit shoes from Ketil. It's really rare to be able to do it, so I'm going to do both of those thefts off-screen since it's just me reloading over and over again. You can only be in here once, so you'd have to save, go in, do the event, and it would take forever to do this without save states. So I'm going to save myself a bunch of time and do that. In order to make yourself able to steal from people, try and steal from somebody else, and then go to him again. I find it kind of dark in terms of the game, how they chose to give the old person life insurance. Yeah, that's bad. Anyway, I'm going to try and steal from them over and over again. And then I will see you once I stole those two specific items in a moment. Okay, I was able to successfully steal from everyone pretty easily after that first failed attempt there, first few failed attempts. But yeah, they're still here for now, but the people will eventually leave. So you can zone in and out and save outside if you want to try and steal from them. But anyway, I will meet you over at Mars since we already know where that is. Okay, we're back. This is where Mars is, if you don't remember. We actually can't do a private action here at the moment because there's a plot important event here. Do note that there are a couple of new people who have arrived here since Clik has been destroyed that weren't there before. Just kind of be aware of that. Are you one of them, or? Children are being kidnapped? Or you mean they have been kidnapped? Because if they're being kidnapped, then why aren't you doing anything about it? The boss of the bandits is demanding an enormous ransom. Can we pay it? Looks like there are problems going on here. I will go into more detail about what's going on here in the next episode, since it'll be a split path there. Don't go into the Haldery Forge right now, it's dangerous. A single swordsman passed through the village. Think we could ask for his aid. Took him to the elder's house. Rather than the children, they should have kidnapped some cute girls. Wait, what? Okay then, making light of it. Oh, there it is. This is one of the items I was waiting for from the Mischief item. The Forged Metals. This is a very unique item. I don't know many other games who have had anything like this in them. Let's see here. Let's take a quick look here. A counterfeit metal identical to a real one. By using one, you can fake your own experience. What this does, and I'm not going to use it now, is it will reduce the current amount of experience till your next level down to 1. There is a trick with this. It's kind of a trick or a glitch or something, but in order to use 1 and level up twice instead of once. And I'm going to go into that on disc 2 when it actually matters. Early on in the game, you might as well just fight battles, and they're so rare to come by that you really want to get a few from having Mischief on. Other than that, I wouldn't worry too much about them. Gang bandits taking the children hostage and is holed up in the Heraldry Forest. So we got an idea of what's going on now. Let's go in here. Like magic has attributes of fire, water, and the like. Weapons and armor may also have attributes. For example, the flame blade sold in the village has the fire attribute. Generally, they have positive effects such as doubling attack power or having damage, but sometimes they have negative effects, but the negative effects can be cancelled out by positive effects. So if you combine several pieces of equipment, your travels will be easier. So basically what they're saying is if one piece of equipment makes you weak to an element and one makes you strong to it, oftentimes those will cancel out. So anyway, let's talk to the guy here. I'm not going to go and do any of the plot-related stuff today because at this point the path will split again, so I want to show what happens on Renna's path and what happens on Claude's path. In this case, I think I'm just going to do it as a couple of separate videos instead of trying to splice everything together, since it's not that long of a period of time, and I think it'll make a little more sense that way. That, and there's a lot of other little bits and pieces here and there that I want to mention. This weapon is better, but we're going to find one in the next dungeon, so don't worry about that. We do want to get one of those for you. We already stole one of those for you. Sure, I can buy that. Magical hat, better for them. I already got that. I already have those. I could buy a round shield. I think I'm going to get one soon, but might as well. We got Iron Greaves. Killer Poison is an item we get a lot from Mischief. I've never used it in battle, but I always just sell them, because why not? There's a Flare Bomb we don't need. Buy some more blackberries. And yeah, that should be about it. We actually have the money to spend on those things now. So yeah, I think just the round shield for you. It's a little better. And there's the Fame Helm, a little better. And give you the Cestus, which gives you almost as much attack power as Claude. And unfortunately, we don't have any shields for the ladies yet, but we can give them a little more defense, which will be helpful. And yes, we got the ruby one for you, which ups your attack power and your magical power, which is great. They do a good job of having your weapons actually do what you would think you would want them to do. You know, if you get a mage with a weapon, it will increase their attack power, but also their magical power, which is the only thing you really care about anyway. Anyway, that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time, stop that. We will go into the Elder's house, which is right here, and learn what's going on with these bandits and what we want to do about it. Anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.